Okay, great. We're recording. Thanks, Courtney, for coming on tonight and sharing your Thrive experience with all of us. I'm just going to go through the 3 steps really quick, what Thrive is all about, ask Courtney some questions and what Thrive has done for her in her life. And then we'll go over the comp plan very briefly and how to thrive for free. At the end, we'll stop the recording and then we'll open it up for questions if anybody has any questions. So what Thrive is a 3-step vitamin system that you take first thing in the morning within 20 minutes of waking up, and it's designed to fill your body's nutritional gaps. So if you have any vitamin deficiencies that are causing you to have aches and pains, or to be exhausted all day long, or not be able to sleep at night, there's all kinds of things that can happen within your body when you are vitamin deficient. So what this does is it fills your body's nutritional gaps. So we're going to ask Courtney, about some of the things that this has done in her life. And you start your morning first thing on an empty stomach with our vitamin capsules. I'm going to open them up so you guys can see them. So they're gel coated. And so as soon as these hit your stomach and break open, your body is able to absorb all of the amazing vitamins, minerals, probiotics, all of the amazingness, and you feel these work within like 7 to 10 minutes. It's like amazing to feel your brain kind of connect to your body. You don't need coffee. Coffee will, you don't have to deal with coffee stains on your teeth or whatever. We commonly refer to these as jumper cables because it really does jumpstart your day. And your next step, 20 to 40 minutes later, I'm getting this in my system as soon as I possibly can. I'm 10 minutes has gone by. Sometimes I just go ahead and do it. They're both designed to be taken on an empty stomach. A lot of people will ask well, won't I get an upset stomach taking, harsh vitamins on an empty stomach? And these are such premium grade, pharmaceutical grade vitamins. And there's also digestive enzymes and ginger and things in these. My stomach has never been happier than it has taking Thrive. So your next step is our lifestyle mix. It's our shake. They're super duper yummy. I've tried 5 million other shakes. I always have felt like they're chalky, they're gritty, they're gross. They leave a film in your mouth. I'm trying to mix up shakes in a blender with fruit and church them up and make them taste good, which my opinion, I feel like it just made them grosser and then it's thicker and you're trying to drink the shake that you hate and you thought was going to taste better. I don't know. I just over the years have found in my cupboard rock hard shakes that have expired and that I wasted my money on. I'm obsessed with these. I love them. They're micronized. You're going to see when I open this envelope, a little puff of dust will come up. That's how thin and fine this powder is in there. So it's micronized. I mix mine just with water because that's easy for me. I can put it in a shaker bottle, shake it up, chug it down. I know some people still like to do smoothies. They love that. They use it as a meal replacement. Courtney is going to tell you about how she mixes her shakes up because she likes to do all kinds of super fun, yummy concoctions. It's whatever you want to do with these. And then our third and final step is our DFT. These are our vitamin stickers is what I call them because a lot of people don't know what the heck's a DFT? What does that stand for? It's dermafusion technology. So it's nutrition through your skin. They've found that certain ingredients are better absorbed through your skin right directly into your bloodstream. So there's all kinds of amazing ingredients in here. Antioxidants, white willow bark, which is a natural anti-inflammatory, things that help to speed up your body's metabolism. There's mood support in some of our vitamin stickers. Extra caffeine. So when your body needs it, it's absorbing it. What am I missing? Oh, I think you're muted. Maybe you want to be muted.
No, I did. Sorry, my internet was no.
You're good.
If you asked me a question, I missed it.
Am I missing anything with what's all in the vitamin stickers? I covered mood support, metabolism support, things that help to speed up your body's metabolism. We do have this DFT specifically puts your body into thermogenesis, which is like fat burning mode. It's so awesome. I gotta get Murphy a little drink. All right, here you go, buddy. But Courtney, go ahead and talk about how you mix up your shakes, because you make them like super fun. You always have like some special syrups and things.
Oh, I do. I'm kind of getting low on those. I'm gonna go to Home Goods tomorrow and pick up some. Gonna get my dad hopefully some raspberry syrup for his hot chocolate. I don't know. I found him a cute Santa mug.
Yum.
He just loves stuff like that. So he's been using, when he comes to work on my house, my husband makes some coffee and he's been using my syrup. So
That's
I
fun.
need to restock. So, but I think my favorite is orange juice. I'll mix it with orange juice, the vanilla, and it's like an orange creamsicle. And lately I've been doing the candy cane with chocolate almond milk. And that is like an Andes mint. That is, oh, it's so good. It's like smooth. It's amazing.
I love it. I so look forward to our shakes every day. I always love to see like your fun concoctions that you put together. So let's get into the questions that I wanted to ask you. So if you can think back, so Courtney was like one of the very first people that trusted me to like try a sample, and to jump on board with the Thrive experience. I feel like I'll let you share your own story, but I feel like you didn't notice much from your mini experience. But going back just a little bit further, what did you think when you first saw me posting about Thrive? Or maybe it wasn't even me, maybe you had seen, someone else posting about Thrive or talking about it or whatever. Like, what did you think when you first like saw it?
I don't know, the usual. It's just a dumb gimmick. Like, yeah, the sticker's cute, but I bet it doesn't work,
Yeah.
I mean, I just had the same attitude about stuff like that a lot of people do. Just like, oh, there's that person with that stuff trying to sell it. Like, I'm sure it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But
I can totally relate with that, because I remember seeing it and I'm like, there's no way. Like, I just couldn't wrap my head around it. And I didn't realize also, like, a lot of times we'll see people just like taking pictures with their sticker or whatever. And it's like, I didn't realize, I guess, that the capsules and shakes were part of it. But honestly, I think I would have been even more skeptical because of my past experiences with shakes and how gross they are. And like, I wanted to be healthy. Like every year on New Year's Eve, I would like, maybe not on New Year's Eve, but like prepping for the new year, I would go and buy new vitamins. Like, okay, this is a year I'm going to actually stick with it. But then I didn't, like probably within a week, maybe even a couple of days, like I would forget because I either felt nothing or I felt nauseous. You know what I mean? And I couldn't wrap my head around the vitamin stickers. And then I feel like I remember hearing someone say like, well, there's birth control patches, there's, pain relief patches, there's I think the biggest one for me
nicotine.
was birth control. Yeah, nicotine patches. But for me, birth control was like the thing, because I was like, oh, well, if doctors would actually prescribe a birth control patch, like that to me was like proof that your body can absorb things through your skin. Like I needed the proof, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I was super skeptical too. And it took, seeing a friend post about it online that I really trusted. And, she was talking about how like she had changed the radio station from like country to one hits or something, and was like having dance parties with her kids and like jumping on the trampoline and like not napping anymore. And I was like at a breaking point with Murphy because he didn't want to nap anymore. And I didn't know how I was going to survive without my naps every day. And he wasn't requiring as much sleep at night. And I was like used to my 10, 12 hours of sleep with my autoimmune disease, and I just was like devastated because I wanted to be a better mom, but like I didn't have the energy to be, and I didn't know how I was going to survive without my naps. So like for me, that was my breaking point where I was like, you know what, I do trust her and I think I'm going to give this a try. So like when you obviously you were skeptical, I think you tried a mini experience and didn't feel anything in that short amount of time.
What's funny though? In hindsight, I did.
Okay.
In hindsight, I did. So I had this idea of what a thriver was. And it was like, oh, I accidentally cleaned my house. Well, that didn't happen for me because I just I mean, it's not a priority. It's just not a priority. Anyways, only when company's coming. But I don't know. For me, it wasn't even like about the vitamins. Like, I've never taken vitamins. I was living on, oh my gosh, I was living on pop, Starbucks energy drinks, and then I would take over-the-counter sleeping pills to sleep at night because my child woke up 2 and 3 times every night. You know, Murphy and Sammy are like 8 days apart. So, and
Yeah.
then, so he was up all night, but he also he was giving up his nap. So I don't know how far behind you I was, maybe like a month or 2, as far as when you started and when I started. So I think we kind of had the same reason for starting. And it was just like, how am I going to function through this day when this darn child, like, come on, why won't he just sleep for me?
Yeah, I feel like
I
you
can take
were
a nap.
also maybe your oldest Isaac was like just starting to go to school too. So you were
Yeah.
like burnt, like you were trying to like sleep, which Sammy
Well,
was
he was
waking
at
up multiple
school.
times. And then you were like trying to, take Isaac to school and like pick him up and stuff. And I remember you telling me that you used to like fall asleep driving with the kids in the car because you were
Oh,
so exhausted.
yeah, we lived like a half hour outside of Columbus, Ohio. So to drive anywhere, it took like 20-30 minutes. It just so happened when you contacted me, we were in the process of moving. So we had bought a house, but for 3 weeks I had to drive 25 minutes to drop them off at school, then drive 25 minutes back. And yeah, it's just like it was like scary. It always was scary. I mean, I did that for years. It's just like I'd be nodding off. It's like back country roads, farmland. Um, it was bad, like scary bad. And I will say that that is one of the things that I noticed with my mini experience, but it wasn't enough of an aha moment, like, because I wanted to be that thriver that cleaned my house.
Yeah, it's it's like we should touch on that a little bit too, because I do feel like different people experience different things. Like we never know what's going to happen with anybody because we don't, I'm sure there's ways to test. I know there's ways to test what each person's like vitamin deficiencies are, but I think it's really expensive testing. It's hard to get your doctors to agree to do something like that. You know what I mean? It's like, let's just throw a
Right.
prescription at it, which is so terrible. But we never know what's going to happen with each person. Like if when you're younger or whatever, if it wasn't like your thing to like clean and organize your bedroom as a teenager, like taking Thrive may not make you like crazy want to clean your house like I
Right.
did, because that's just the way I would, that's just the way that I am. I'm very like, everything has to have a place and be clean or whatever. And like, I just remember being so happy. I was so happy. And I remember when I finally realized, like, holy cow, this is going to change my life. I was just like bawling because I knew not only had it, started to change my life. This is probably like 10 days in or something, but that I was going to be able to help so many other people change their lives, because if it could do this for me, like I just remember waking up without an alarm and just being happy, like genuinely happy. And I'm like, wow, I don't remember the last time I felt this way. And then I just started bawling because I just was like happy tears. I mean, you know how I am with the happy tears, but
I
I
know.
just knew that like I was going to be able to be the mom and stuff that I wanted to be, that I knew was in there underneath that, like, tired person that was like moving from the bed to the couch and like feeding my child go squeeze and toast from the coffee table while I went back to sleep. Like that is, I wanted to be like freaking Mary Poppins, And I
Mhm.
think that, was really, really, was really huge for me, and being able to like, share that story with other people. But then you kind of have this expectation of like, oh, I'm going to clean my house too. So, you did your mini experience, and like, yeah, you weren't nodding off in the car, but I think also in a short amount of time, you think like, oh, maybe it's a placebo. I mean, I did. I was like,
Exactly. Yes.
when's the other shoe going to drop? Like, when is this going to wear off? Because maybe it's just initial like boost in B vitamins or something. And like, I can say like 4+ years, like
Same.
no
Yep.
naps, I wake up after 7 or 8 hours of sleep. Not to say that there aren't, times along the way where, you've got a lot of stress or like you're sick or like hungover or something where it's like, okay, I need a nap, but I can say maybe a handful of times, maybe a handful of times, you know what I mean? And that's like
Mhm.
so amazing to me. And to like wake up every day and have, hours of time to myself before Murphy gets up as a single mom, like that's amazing. Where had I not found Thrive, I'd be going to bed with him and waking up with him. And like for my mental health, I need some time
Yeah.
to myself in the morning to like journal, or like we get together and hang out with our community and
Mhm.
like work out or whatever I want to do, whatever my soul needs that morning. So aside from the not falling asleep while you're driving, what are the other like biggest things that you've noticed in yourself over the past, I guess it's been like 4 years now, right?
It's been 4. Yep. It was
I
4
started,
at the end of September.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are the biggest things you think you've noticed over the course of the last 4 years?
Well, honestly, I've had like finger aches for like 13 years ago. 13 years ago, I had a reaction to a medication. Um, and it, I mean, it's not diagnosed as arthritis, but it's something, nobody can figure out what it is. But every winter I'd lay with my hands propped up on a pillow so that I wouldn't wake up like this. So up until 4 months or 4 years ago, that's what I was doing. Just and it would keep me up all night. They'd pulse. And, I feel a bit of that sometimes in the morning, but I'm telling you, within 10, 15 minutes of those capsules, it's gone. It's like I go from like old lady to like spring chicken, it's crazy. So that's probably my biggest reason, honestly. And the no naps. Like you said, sometimes you go through things that you need naps, but for the most part, I mean, I've always been a napper. I used to come home from high school and sleep. It was like my couch. I'd always sleep from like 4 to 5 every day. So
Yeah, I
even
forgot that part of your story. Um, so no nodding off, which is, I mean, life-saving, really,
Mhm.
for everybody involved.
Yeah.
And, not having those aches and whatever in your hands that like my mom had that where she couldn't sleep at night because she was having
Mhm.
such terrible pain in her hips. So she'd toss and turn. Then she'd finally move to the couch and toss and turn. And then at some point she would be so freaking exhausted, she'd be able to fall asleep in pain. But like it was debilitating to the point where she gave up her running, which is like, you want to believe that your parents like love of their life, but like running is a love of her life. And she had to give that up, and like her crafting and her baking and all of her things. And like, parents are really good at hiding things from us that they don't want us to see, like, especially when they're struggling. And I never knew that was going on. And then she started thriving and she, kind of opened up to me. I think she was like a month in and we just had this huge like heart to heart where she was like bawling because she was like, I was living like a shell of a life because I was dealing with this like chronic pain in my hips. And now she's like back to, running every day and crafting. And she's got her little like kernel corn, not kernel corn, what's it called? She makes these compresses with like corn. You can make them hot or cold, and she sews those up and sells them to businesses. And she's got her farmer's market and her garden and her baking and like all the things that she loves to do. Her garden, I don't know if I said gardening, but she's been able to get back to all of that. And it's like to change someone's life on so many levels like that is
Mhm.
just, it's so mind-blowing. And that's happened with me too. Like I was constantly in and out of like urgent care or the ER and like having to take time off of work and always like trying to figure out this lower back pain issue I was having and like going to a chiropractor and like going to a massage therapist and chiropractor thing, like trying to figure out these aches and pains I was having in my lower back. I mean, I bet every 6 months, you're going into the urgent care and they're like, here's, muscle relaxers and like, Vicodin or whatever. It's like, I'm a single mom. I can't be taking muscle relaxers and Vicodin. And I have not been into urgent care or emergency room or anything in over 4 years for anything. I mean, but specifically that. Just kidding. So, all right. So those are the things that you've noticed in yourself, but let's talk a little bit about, what are the biggest things other people have noticed in you too? And I know specifically, your mom was like super skeptical, but there was a while back where you were like, I'm going to stop taking my Thrive for like whatever amount of time it was that you were trying to figure out what else was going on in your body. And your mom was like, you need to get back on your Thrive.
Yeah. I mean, she's been skeptical like the whole time I've been taking it, and I went through some health issues this spring. The doctors just couldn't really figure out what was wrong with me, but they thought I had Lyme disease. I'm still unsure because I haven't been to a specialist, but whatever the antibiotics were worked, and they I just thought I should stop taking it. Actually, she recommended I stop taking it because she's like, maybe it's causing your problems. I'm like, okay, Mom, whatever. Maybe I will stop taking it. So I stopped taking it for about 2 weeks, and she was down here with me. My dad's been remodeling our house, and she witnessed me just like laying on the couch. Well, I don't really have a couch. We need furniture. It's like this giant chair. But anyways, so, I'm just like laying around. She usually comes down to try to help me with stuff, like encourage me to, we moved 2 years ago and my basement still needs some work with unpacking. So I was excited to have her help me with that, encourage me. And I couldn't get off the couch. And she's like, you know what? Maybe you do need your Thrive because I don't really like what I'm seeing here. So I started taking it, and I did feel better. It took a while to get whatever it was out of me. So, and I'm feeling a whole lot better now. So
that's amazing. So what are Murphy's like, I need a boost. I'm like, you already had a boost. You can have a less.
He does boost. Wow.
He likes the boost. Yeah, the greens. He's also eating like super spicy Dots Cheetos. So he needs like something to help with that heat in his mouth, huh? So what about your husband, your kids, other people in your life? Are there other people in your life that have noticed things in you? I mean, I know it's been a while since you've been thriving, so we probably have to like rewind back to the beginning and like think things that people have told us, but can you think off the top? You're gonna need a spoon to stir that. Can you think you're gonna need to stir that off the top of your head, like things that other people have noticed in you?
The only thing that I can recall off the top of my head is when we were in Columbus, we were in therapy with my oldest, and I'd always be dragging Sammy along, the little one, and I'd be irritable. I was annoyed because here I am trying to like make some progress here, and this little one's like going around causing a ruckus. And we had been doing therapy for probably 2 years with her, and she noticed. She's like, I noticed you're a lot calmer today. You're a lot more chill. And I was wearing Black Label at the time, which is, I don't know, it just helps my mood a whole lot more. So, she just kind of went, I can't remember, it's a long time ago, but she just kind of went on and pointed out like all the things that she noticed, that you're not getting upset, you're not like you don't seem stressed out. You're not like yelling at them. You're just like calm. So that was kind of an eye opener.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that was really awesome. Like someone from the outside looking in that you saw on a regular basis, but probably didn't know super well, but well enough
No.
that she's like, oh, I'm noticing like all these things in you. That's so cool. So if you had any advice for anybody, that's watching, the replay or that might be on right now, what would your advice be to people that are on the fence?
Um, I don't know. I mean, don't give up after 3 days, because it definitely took me a fair amount longer. I mean, I feel like I didn't really feel like a thriver per se till like 28, 30 days in. And I think it took like a black label for me. So, I mean, if you're starting and you're not feeling much, like say you buy a month, maybe you could have the person who enrolled you send you like 3 black labels or something to try, because that might just be what you need.
Yeah, I do remember that. I feel like a lot of people on our team do the black or the white label or the tack that has that moon support in it, because it does really make such a huge difference. It really, really does. I'm
I
doing the burn right now. What's that?
I said I had stopped the black label because I don't know, my B vitamins were like off the charts at the doctor. But then like I read up and she's like, well, you should only do it every other day. And I read up on it and it's not like dangerous or anything. So
I think your
I just
body
went back to
eliminates
it.
whatever B
Yeah,
vitamins
I
it
just
doesn't
went back
absorb.
to it.
Yeah.
So I've just been doing black label because I accidentally lost too much weight with the with the tack.
My gosh, accidentally lost too much weight. Can that
Yeah,
be my
I don't
problem?
know.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
gosh. We also do have a tool available to us now too, where we can help people better decide what DFT is best for them. So I can always put that in the comments underneath the recording that we share in That Good Life too. So once we're done with this, I'll upload the recording to YouTube, and every Tuesday you'll see the recordings in the event within the community. And you're welcome to share the recordings outside of the community as well if you feel like someone would resonate with Courtney's story. So thanks for sharing with us. So let's talk a little bit about thriving for free. I feel like Lavelle has the best referral program on the face of the planet. To this day, is still so freaking mind-blowing to me that I can refer 2 customers and I get my products for free. I've gotten my products free, I think, every single month since I started or realized that I could thrive free. But basically what the company does is if you have 2 customers that sign up under you on auto ship, they're going to give you the average of the 2 highest orders. So say you have 4. Say one customer orders a couples pack for $300 and someone else orders, the 150 pack. You're going to get $225 and thrive for free credits on the 2nd of the following month. And this is every single month for the life of your business. It doesn't have to be, or as a customer, you can thrive for free. It can be the same people reordering too. It's the most amazing thing ever. There's no cost to sign up as a customer or promoter. And just with those 2 referrals, you get your product for free every single month. Courtney and I both are obviously promoters. And so it's just, to me, I have done other network marketing things where it's like you have these monthly fees, you have to run an auto ship, you have to pay a website fee, you have to pay an annual fee. There's all this like fine print or whatever that it's such a turn off, I feel like, for so many people, because a lot of times you get into this industry because you're wanting to make a little extra money. And this company does not believe in you got to make money you got to spend money to make money. It's like they want everyone to be able to be a part of this opportunity or to be a customer without having any kind of enrollment fee to get a discount. You get your discount with the intention of running an auto ship. If at any point you're like, I got my 30 days or I'm 60 days in, and maybe you've got a unexpected expense or something where you're like, I can't run my auto ship this month. You literally can go in, change the date. You can change anything in your cart. You can straight up delete it and cancel it with no repercussions whatsoever. I have people that are too freaked out about an auto ship because they've been burned in the past. And so they place their order with, clicking that they're going to run an auto ship. And then they literally 5 seconds later go in and delete the auto ship because they're scared they're going to forget. They don't like their account to just, oops, surprise, I forgot that I had this auto ship scheduled or whatever. So I love that your feet are not held to the fire on those auto ships. On the flip side, even though some of us have PTSD around auto ships, there are people that love to run an auto ship because they do not want to run out of these products. Know what we're talking about if you are a thriver, because you don't want to ever go a day without your thrive. We get like panicked if we're like, oh my gosh, I have 2 days left. Where is my shipment? So it's such an amazing referral program. I'm like, I have referred people to so many things in my life. Go to this restaurant. It's the best freaking chicken wings in the entire world. Like, go check out this movie, go try this wine, whatever. And like, not once have I ever been given, a free meal or a free bottle of wine or a free movie ticket. Like, you refer 2 people and you can get your products for every single month. I bought my Audi, and we'll just roll right into that part of the comp plan. But when I bought my Audi, my stepbrother messaged me and was like, how do you like your Audi? I've been thinking about getting one, whatever. So I referred him to my salesperson. He bought a $30,000, $40,000 vehicle. She sent me a check in the mail for $50. $50. So she didn't have to do anything at all. I'm just saying, like, the fact that you can refer to people that are spending, $150 or even, a $20 order and then a $300 order, the company's going to average out the cost of those 2 orders and give you Thrive for free credits just for referring them. It's the coolest thing in the world. And you can run an auto ship to automatically deduct your Thrive for free credits every month too. So amazing. When you sign on as a promoter, you can earn up to $1,320 in your first 14 days. It's the most amazing thing ever. So there's no cost to sign up. Obviously, you're going to want to pick out, a promoter pack of products to get your business started. We have a 200 pack, a 400 pack, an 800 pack. And that gets you your products going and gets your business started. With the $400 and the $800 pack, it also comes with mini experiences that you can sell or share for free with your friends and family, to get this in their hands, get them trying it out, giving you some honest feedback and starting your business out, making sure you've got lots of samples in people's hands. With just those 2 customer referrals that are helping you to now thrive for free, you're halfway towards your first $400 bonus. If you bring on 2 promoters with you that are like, I want to do this thing with you, then that's going to get you your first $400 bonus. Obviously, there's a little more to it. We just want to keep it super duper simple, but it's the 2 customers on auto ship, 2 promoters signing on with promoter packs, and then the total of those would equal $800. Just for doing that $800 in sales, you're thriving for free. You get $100 in product credit, and you get a $400 bonus. Plus, you're getting paid regular commissions on the customers and something called fast start bonuses on the promoter packs as well. It's like the most insane thing in the world that I always tell people. This is one of the few times in life that something that actually seems like it's too good to be true isn't. It's so that if you do that one more time within that 2 weeks, 2 more customers, two more promoters, you're going to earn another $400 bonus, another $100 in Thrive credits, plus regular commissions and bonuses on those 4 sales as well. Starting out your business in this way and then helping those 4 promoters that you brought on to do the same thing as you can like duplicate so quickly. You're changing lives of so many people, helping them to feel healthier, more amazing, staying away from the energy drinks, having all day amazing energy, better nights of sleep, getting along better with everyone in their life. It feels so amazing. You're also going to be helping those people earn some extra income as well. So our first level of the first rank in the company that you hit is $4K. And if you do that within your first 30 days, the company is also going to give you your choice of Maui gyms. They didn't have Maui gyms when I started. It was like an iPad or an iPad bonus. Now it's Maui gyms, right? It's Maui gym. And I think you can even pick like prescription, whatever. And then the second level of leadership is where Courtney is at. It's where I'm at. And that is 12K. And at that level, this is where you get your auto bonus. So you can get $300 a month for car you have. For if you don't have a car, the Nikes you wear, your scooter, whatever. The company is going to give you $300 a month just for achieving this level of leadership. This is every single month. And then if you decide that you want a newer vehicle, they have a whole slew of vehicles that are allowed in their auto bonus program. It's like Audi, Lexus, BMW, Mercedes. There's a bunch of truck options now. The new extended Jeep thing with the trunk, the new Ford Bronco. There's like all kinds of vehicles that are allowed. If it's 5 years or newer and it's black or white, they'll give you $800 a month. This is at 12K. And then you also are eligible to earn up to 3 vacations a year. These are legit vacations. I've earned probably a dozen of them, so I know how to do it, and I can teach you how to do it too. I've only gone on one of them to Jamaica, and then I'm going to the Dominican the end of February. But they are legit vacations. This is not like a timeshare kind of thing where you got to sit through all these meetings and strategize or whatever. It's like, we want to reward you for your hard work and for maintaining this level of leadership. Here's a free vacation for you. They're usually all inclusive. So you fly in, you get to the airport, they have shuttles set up for you. When I went to Jamaica, they had like food and drinks on the bus for us. And then, you get in and they have a special like conference room set up for you to check into the hotel. They take your bags for you. They gave us like flowers when we're getting off the bus. I'm like, wet washcloths, which I still don't understand what you're supposed to do with those. I was like, thanks. But they had all these like tables set up with like food and drinks, like we were just totally pampered the whole freaking time. It's all inclusive, so I didn't have to pay for anything. And the resorts they pick are like really high end, like super nice. When I was in Jamaica, I forget the name of the hotel, but like when I was looking it up online, it's like, oh, that's literally the best place there. I was in Ocho Rios. And then going to the Dominican, it's a Hard Rock Hotel in Punta, which is, it's so beautiful. It's going to be so much fun. And also you get to bring guests for free as long as they're 18 or older. So I brought my friend April to Jamaica with me. And then this time around, I'm going to bring my niece McKenna with me. She went to Takana for like her high school graduation trip. And she's like, I really want to go back. I don't know if I'll ever be able to. She's a young mom. She's got a 6-month-old baby. So I was like, I am going to bring her. So weekly paychecks are amazing. We get paid every single Tuesday at 1 p.m. Just automatically gets like put in your bank account. We get our Thrive for Free credits every single month on the 2nd. What else? What am I missing? They're constantly like showering us with just all kinds of opportunities to earn even more money and bonuses and just like VIP portions of the trip. And like, they're just constantly like, hey, if you're doing high sales, we're just going to, start giving people $8,000, $10,000, whatever. We have our Ultimate Thriver coming up where you're literally going to get paid. First of all, you're literally getting paid to get in shape. And if you win, they're giving like $100,000 in cash away for like whoever wins these like competitions. It's like the coolest freaking thing ever. What else am I missing? Last year, they gave us a stimulus checks when COVID hit. They've given us Christmas bonuses before, which is basically like, I think when they've done it, it's like they give you a 25% bump in your paycheck. So if you have a $100 paycheck, you're getting an extra $25. You have a $1,000 paycheck, you're getting an extra $250. Like, they're just the nicest, most kindest, like philanthropic people too. Like, they're just good hearted people that they're not into like the fine print or the BS. It's like, if this is an opportunity that you want, it's yours. So it's really cool. They let us run our businesses how we see fit. If you want to give away free samples of Thrive, you can give away free samples of Thrive. If you want to charge $25 per sample, you can do that. Like, I just love that they give us the liberty to share in the way that we want to share and so highly compensate us. So is there anything that you want to add to that, Courtney?
I don't know. I think you covered it all.
I mean, it's just like such a freaking incredibly amazing opportunity. Like, I have always been drawn to this industry, but it was like the fine print and the shady things that I was just like, I don't like that. I don't think that's right. I'm not gonna, like, if I see a struggling single mom and I want to help them with this, I don't feel comfortable bringing them on board and being like, oh, by the way, you got to pay $15 every month just to access your own customer database. Like, I just felt like stuff like that is just so shady. And oh, if you want to get paid, I know you don't have any money, but you're either going to need to run an $80 auto ship or $120 outright, or you don't get paid. Like, here we're commission qualified. Like, if we want to place our own orders with our Thrive for Free credits, you're commission qualified. Or if you have $100 customer order, you're commission qualified. It's like they have thought this out so well. We get paid on so many different levels, and like, there's so many different bonuses built into different things along the way too, that it's like, it's just so amazing. It feels so good to be a part of something that is just so full of like integrity and thoughtfulness and like a legit opportunity to like make a difference. I mean, these products are life changing on so many levels for so many people. And, they use the very best, like high grade premium pharmaceutical grade, vitamins, or vitamins you can feel. They're vitamins that change people's lives. And then it's like, you start taking them, you can't stop talking about them. Here, let us like super duper compensate you. As a customer, you can Thrive for free just for sharing like how amazing you feel. And as a promoter, running your business 100% for free and getting those weekly paychecks and earning all these, different amazing things that the company does. It's like, I can't think of anything else out there that would be better than this. And like, being able to be a stay-at-home single mom is insane. I still randomly, will do my bartending gigs, or like I'm working a day a week at the ski hill, but like, I don't have to do that. I get to do those things. And it's really cool, the options that open up when you've got, freedom to just live your life the way that you want. But anything else? I think we've covered most of the things, but if there's anything else that you want to add?
I mean, I don't think so. For me, the income is just, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I've always just felt kind of, I used to work, I used to teach preschool, so I always just have had that guilt, like, oh, this isn't my money, I don't know, it's just how my brain works, but it's just nice to have something that's mine, and still be able to stay home with my boys when they are home, like every week, because they have a sniffle because of the new rules of the world.
Yeah, I don't know how people do that, like have to like request time off, and
I don't
it's like,
know
that's
either.
what, and that's why I was so like attracted to this industry. This isn't my first company, but the first time I took it seriously, I was like, I need to do this for my son. I went back to work when he was 3 weeks old, and because I ran out of my maternity leave money, I thought like he was going to come early, because it's also like bartending and flip-flops and like 80-degree weather, because he's, beginning of September baby. So I stopped working, I think, like that last week of July. I was like, he's going to come any day now. I was miserable. So I sat on my butt for 5 weeks. And then he came like the day after his due date. And I was like, well, there was 5 weeks of my, 8-week maternity money I had saved up. And so to leave him at 3 weeks when like, your body isn't even completely healed yet from childbirth. Like, I had a really good childbirth, but like, you're still not, whatever. I don't need to go into those details, but like, you know, to leave my 3-week-old baby because I had to go back to bartend. I just remember sitting in this like dingy, dark basement, like bawling my eyes out, like pumping the, you know, breast milk or whatever. And I'm like, something's got to give, man. This is not where I'm supposed to be. This is not like, no mom should have to leave their baby at 3 weeks old. It was awful, but I don't regret the experience either, because it was the push that I needed to be like, you know what, something else, you know, I've got to do something else. And I looked at all my options, you know, it's like I could go back to school, I go back to a 9 to 5, but like every single option was just like me being away from him. And all I wanted to be, you know, growing up was like, I wanted to be a mom. I wanted to be married and have kids. I mean, marriage was like not in the cards for me, I guess, but like I love being able to be a stay-at-home, you know, single mommy, and I don't have to ask anyone for, you know, time off. And, you know, if I am working a bartending gig or, you know, at the ski hill or whatever, I don't like it, he comes first, right? So if I have to say like, sorry, I can't come in, and that jeopardizes, you know, that relationship that I have with them, and they're like, okay, well, we're not going to put you on the schedule anymore. Well, I don't care, because I mean, I do, but like, it's not my main source of my livelihood, you know what I mean? And so it's just like to have that freedom and that comfort, and just know like I can still 1,000% like put him first and not have to ask anyone for, you know, time off or whatever. It's pretty freaking cool. It's pretty cool. All right. Well, I think we've gone on probably way longer than we even wanted to. So I'm just gonna stop the recording.
My kids both have a math test tomorrow, so
Okay.
I have like 3 days of, oh gosh, probably 4 days of math to catch up with Sammy
Oh
on.
my gosh.
So,
Let me just stop the recording really quick. If you guys have any questions, reach back out to the person that shared this video with you, or you're welcome to reach out to either of us with any questions that you have. You know, you're not alone in this business. We get together almost every morning and hang out. We've got the tools and resources available to help you start your business out successfully, and to duplicate, you know, what we've done. I know a lot of times people join things and then it's like, okay, now what? We have, you know, every single day of your VIP period mapped out for you. We've got, you know, this Good Life community that you can add people into to show them what Thrive is doing for other people. It takes a lot of pressure off of you having to explain, you know, what Thrive is when we have a community like this. So, like I said, reach out if you have any questions. We are here for you, and we hope to see you soon.